Hello and welcome to another Geist quick tip. In this video we're going to take a look at MIDI mapping and how to set up a MIDI controller to best work within Geist. At the top of the browser here we have two tabs, the browser tab and the mapping tab. With the mapping tab enabled you can see that Geist has gone into MIDI learn mode. Anything with a green square over it can be MIDI learned. Assuming your MIDI controller is plugged in and enabled in the MIDI preferences, then we can very easily use the MIDI learn system to bind a physical controller to one on screen. I'm going to use the amplitude envelopes attack, decay, sustain and release as an example. Here I select the attack by clicking on it with my mouse. I then move my physical controller. The decay, the sustain and the release. And I can even do, for example, a delay curve. So now I have control over all those parameters on separate hardware faders. We can see in the mapping pane that an entry has been made for each one of the controllers. So far so good. But if we look carefully at the path here, we can see that each one of the controllers is bound to a specific engine, a specific pad and a specific layer. That means if I switch to a different layer on a different pad, or even the same pad, those same controls will not control the envelope parameters. We have a solution for that. If we scroll to the right here, there is a column called Focus. If we enable the Focus checkbox for each one of these controllers, instead of controlling only a specific engine, pad and layer, that hardware control will be bound to whichever layer is currently selected. So I can choose a different layer and adjust my envelope. So once you've set up your hardware controller as you want it, you'll probably need to do two things. The first is lock the MIDI mappings. This will stop your MIDI mappings being overwritten if you load a different preset. MIDI mappings are saved within presets, but this lock button overrides that. The second thing to do is go to the Geist menu and save as default preset. Now I probably don't want anything loaded on engine 1, so I'll reset that. And what we now have is a blank Geist, but I still have my mappings up here. And if I save as default preset, then those mappings will appear whenever I open up Geist. That's it for this quick tip. Thanks for watching.